Dr. Liz Kuriakos, madam. Shall we start? Now it is two past 1.
We will start.
Yes, sir. We should.
We'll begin. The others will join later.
Okay, sir. We shall.
Please start.
So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our National Colloquium on Women, Agents of Transformation, jointly organized by Council for Teacher Education Foundation, National South Zone, and Mount Carmel College of Teacher Education for Women, Kottayam, Kerala. As Maya Angelou so eloquently put it, each time a woman stands up for herself, she stands up for all women. As we embark on this journey of recognizing women as agents of transformation, let us remember that their contributions are not limited to any one field or domain. Women have been the architects of change, leaders in innovation, and pillars of strength in our communities. Before we begin, I would like to take a moment to remind you that your participation is not only valued but also recognized. Please note that the participation certificates will be provided only to those who fill out the online feedback form at the end of the session. We kindly request that you keep this in mind and take a few minutes to complete the form, which will be shared with you later. Let us begin with a beautiful prayer song by Miss Glory Keshaji and Miss Nandana Murali. Please join us in this moment of reflection as we set the tone for the day filled with inspiration and dialogue.
Light of the world, you step down into darkness. Open my eyes, let me see beauty that made this heart adore you. Hope of a life spent with you. Light of the world, you step down into darkness. Open my eyes, let me see beauty that made this heart adore you. Hope of a life spent with you. Altogether worthy, altogether wonderful to me. Here I am to worship, here I am to bow down, here I am to say that you're my God. You're altogether lovely, altogether worthy, altogether wonderful to me.
Thank you, Gloria and Nandana, for the prayer song. Now I invite Dr. Liz Kuriakos, Associate Professor, Mount Carmel College of Teacher Education for Women, Kottayam, Kerala, to deliver the welcome.
A very good afternoon to one and all. Mount Carmel College of Teacher Education for Teacher Education Foundation, a lead nation, earlier known as Council for Teacher Education, was established in 1985. The Teacher Education for Women, established in 1953, as we all know, holds the distinguished position of being the first aided women's fair, a foundation dedicated to the advancement of teacher education. And Mount Carmel is an institution with a rich legacy of empowering women through education. It is my privilege to extend a warm welcome to our assembly. We are honored to have Professor Dr. Deva Benedict, Chairman of CTEF South Zone, with us today to deliver the keynote address. Sir was the former principal of Theophilus Training College, Thiruvananthapuram, and currently working as a principal of Mother Teresa College of Education, Perambaram, and extend a very warm welcome to you, sir. As a teacher education women who support have shared the crucial topic of cyber security awareness among women, protecting digital identity and privacy. Dr. Sumi M. Skaria, Assistant Professor at Carmel Training College, Kollam, will address the vital connection between women and sustainable development, key drivers to progress. We are grateful for their presence and look forward to their insights. Education for women and all participants. I extend a simple welcome to Dr. R. Ganadhumari, Associate Professor of English at Sri Ayyappa College for Women, Kanyakumari, who will serve as our moderator. Her expertise will undoubtedly enhance our discussions and help us gain valuable insights. We are also delighted to welcome Professor Dr. Johnson, Chairman CTEF Tamil Nadu. A warm welcome to all the respected delegates. A warm welcome to all the respected delegates, the participants, staff members.
Thank you, Liz ma'am,
Hello.
for your welcome speech. Yes, I hope you can hear me. Yes. So, following the welcome speech, we are privileged to have Professor Dr. K.Y. Benedict, Chairman of CTEF address. Let's give him a warm welcome, insights with us. Welcome, sir.
Guarantee equal rights for every woman and girl everywhere in all spheres of life. Invest in the empowerment of young women, our future leader, especially our student teachers. Particularly this year, with the 30th anniversary of the Beijing Declaration, we need to recommit ourselves to the goals set there. Today, we have an eminent team of experts for our panel discussion, led by Dr. Janata Kumari as moderator, Dr. V.S. Sumi, and Dr. Sumi Skaria as the panelist. Professor Dr. Johnson, the chairperson of CTEF Tamil Nadu, Professor Dr. M.R. Lakshmi Narayana, CTEF Karnataka chapter, Mrs. Lakshmi from Sri Ayyappa College, Kanyakumari, for their collaboration and sharing of experiences. I congratulate the management, the principal, Professor Dr. Suma Joseph, the members of the staff, particularly Sister Rosie Lima, the teacher, the staff in charge of the women's cell at Mount Carmel College of Teacher Education, Dr. Liz Kuriakos, principal in charge, and Dr. Nithu Nina Varghese, the coordinator of the program, and especially the students of Mount Carmel College of Teacher Education, Kottayam, Kerala, the first women's college of education in Kerala, for taking the leadership in making this event happen. On behalf of the CTEF South Zone, all the state chairpersons and officials assembled here, I earnestly extend all my good wishes for an energetic and efficient colloquium experience this afternoon. Today and every day, let us work together to bring a world where every woman and girl can truly flourish. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. Now, Ms. Susan Koshi, M.Ed final year student from Mount Carmel College of Teacher Education, will introduce our moderator for today's session. Susan, I welcome you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our Women's Day celebration webinar. It's my pleasure to introduce our moderator, Dr. R. Janada Kumari. Dr. Janada Kumari is an associate professor at Sri Ayyappa College for Women, Tamil Nadu, with many achievements. She has completed her PhD in English and now she is pursuing PhD in education. In addition, ma'am holds an MPhil in English, two master's degree, one in English and another in mass communication and journalism, and an M.Ed in education. She has worked as an editor for several academic journals and has served many important roles in education and research. Ma'am is known for her work in literature, indigenous studies, and
educational technology, science education, and research methodology. She has contributed to numerous e-content projects as a content creator and has produced many video lessons projects under the UGC and has supervised PhD, MPhil, and postgraduate students. She has published books and chapters with publishers, and she has authored 45 research articles in reputable educational journals and presented 5 papers at national and international conferences. An enthusiastic learner, she has completed 6 MOOC courses in the last 3 years. Professor Sumi has been teaching research methodology at the PhD level as well as educational technology to B.Ed and M.Ed students. For the past 10 years, she is frequently invited to speak on topics related to research methodology, educational technology, and MOOC development and prestigious research institutions across the country. She has served on the board of studies and various research committees of the university and is associated with several research journals as a member of their advisory or editorial boards. Additionally, she has contributed her expertise to various syllabus development and curriculum revision committees within the field of education. I invite Professor V.S. Sumi, Professor in Education Department of Education and Training, Maulana Azad National Urdu University, Hyderabad, to this section. Thank you.
I think that Professor Janada Kumar moderatorship and will give an introduction. Following that, Sumi will speak. Dr. Janada Kumari, introductory comment.
But it will take time. Let us speak, sir. I will conclude it. No problem, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. First of all, I would like to thank all the organizers of this function and specifically Dr. K. Y. Benedict sir, what you were saying, the South Zone, CTEF South Zone, the coordinator of CTEF, and then the Mount Carmel College for hosting this function on this platform on this very relevant topic on this Women's Day, this year Women's Day. So I would like to share my screen. I think it's open for everybody. Yeah, is it visible? How much time I got? 30 minutes? Janata ma'am, you have any idea? Okay, anyway, I will try to wind up in 30 minutes, half an hour. Okay, so Today, on this Columbus Women's Day function, I would like to talk about, I want to discuss about the cybersecurity awareness among women. That means protecting digital identity and privacy. And the topic, I think, is a need of an hour today with technological era. Everybody is in the habit of using technology. So we can't escape that I am not using ICT, or I'm not using technology. So I'm not afraid of any this digital cyber crime or anything, because everyone 100% of our life is related with technology. So I would like to present my this whatever the topic in a kind of this thing. I want to take some introduction part, then how to understand the term digital identity and the privacy related thing, and what are the challenges faced by women in cybersecurity, and then what are the best practices to protect from any cyber crime, and what are the resources available like that. I want to conclude about it. So when we are talking about the cybersecurity awareness, what we are supposed to do. So first thing is already is not, but we are today is focusing upon women, but not only women, everybody is using the technology. So as a woman or as a man, we are engaging with many surrounding us. And the second one is rising the cyber threats. You are aware of the scams that is are going, and the latest one is the digital arrest. One person may call you and they will say that you are under digital arrest. To move away from, to escape from this threats like the phishing or the identity threats or the scamming or the what you can say spamming, everything we are having rising cyber threats. So you must be aware of the how what are the problems and what is the solution of the how what are the problems and what is the solution must be. Okay, then the third one about the mainly it is of gender specific vulnerabilities. It's not that only women are vulnerable, but there is a photo editing using various kinds of technological tools available, and then online harassment is there, online exploitation is there. So all these things we must be aware of how we can protect from this. Is of the cyber awareness. First, educate the women on cyber security. We are using Facebook, we are using Instagram, we are using you are going to face. How you can protect yourself in the social media or the online platforms. So that is one objective of this cyber security. That is educate women on cyber security. So the goal is to impart essential knowledge and skill to women to overcome about to know more about the cyber threats and how to defend against. And the second most objective is to promote safe digital practices. Many of us know that whatever the password we are using for the digital online websites or online tools, we have to have a strong password. We know that in the banking password we are using a capital letter and the whatever the special character or the number, the combination of these three. So there is having a safe digital practices. So if we are in the Facebook or if we are in the Instagram or if we are in any other financial transaction online, how we can protect again, how what are the safe digital practices we have to follow. So that encouragement of adoption of online habits, so using such a strong passwords or how to recognize a phishing email, how to recognize a spam email. So all these are about coming under promote safe digital practices. And the third most objective I want to tell you that enhance digital identity protection. Many of us have heard of this thing. So many of us are saying that don't use your photos in social media. Why you are putting your photos in the social media? Everybody will misuse it. Hmm? In the Instagram, why you are posting such kind of this thing and that thing. So many of us have heard of we can protect our digital identity to it and get so how to do that. So what are the strengthening measures to protect our personal information in the digital world? So that is one objective. So how to understand digital identity and privacy as I was talking about. So what are the components of digital identity? Digital identity is this the use of your personal information such as your name, your address or the any digital identification number you are using. Hmm? Okay, so these are all comes under the components of digital identity, like the personal information. And when we talk about the importance of protecting that digital identity, if somebody uses your name, then what is the problem? Let them use it. Or somebody uses your photo, what is the negative impact upon you? So, what is the importance of protecting digital identity? You are heard of fake Facebook accounts, many social media fake accounts. So, what they do? They will duplicate your social media account and they start asking cash or money from the people you already know. They don't know that if, for example, I have a social media account, I have a Facebook account, and somebody created the exact replica of my Facebook account and start adding my friends to that fake profile. So if I got 100 people in my friend list, at least they want to add some of the people from my friend list. For example, they added 10 from my people, from my friend list. And they start asking money. Hey, I'm Sumi. I want to ask you something. I need immediate cash of 10,000. Can you please give me? I will return it tomorrow. If that friend is so close to me, maybe they don't ask why Sumi is asking so much money. Maybe she in need of urgent need of this cash. And if somebody, no, she won't ask like that. She will call me and ask money. So there is so many categories of people. One will verify this one, and one without verification will give the money. So what is the importance of protecting digital identity? So that is the reason we have to know about the fake accounts or the fraud or the identity theft taking place in the online or digital platform. And elements of privacy, I already told you that personal information comes under the elements of privacy. And what are the risks if somebody created this thing with the digital identity? So what are the risks? That is a common cyber attacks. You will get emails, you will get messages, you will get calls on the person's fake profile. So start asking something which will cause a loss to you. That is why it is important. If there is no loss to anybody or anything taking place because of this identity theft, there is no issue. If there is a loss from your side, then there is an issue. And what are the social engineering threats? So if you are revealing your confidential information in the social media and somebody is taking it and they are using this personal information, this confidential information in somewhere else to get a benefit from them, to exploit somebody to any kind of the site where you are not supposed to be there. So this kind of data breaches will occur because if we are not protecting enough of the digital identity or privacy. And what so this kind of when the challenges, and we know that how to face these challenges. So cyber stalking and harassment. You are heard of stalking and harassment. If it is related with the online platform or the digital platform, it is definitely is another kind of this thing. So the term cyber stalking. You are online at midnight 12 o'clock. Somebody is asking why you are online at 12 o'clock, why you are online at 11:30. Who is the person asking you that? So that is your privacy matter. So that is cyber stalking. Somebody is watching you in the social media or the digital platform. And harassment also take place like that. If you are posting something, somebody will comment below that. So if it is not what you can say is related to you or it is not unrelated, it doesn't matter. But if it is, women are targeted with cyber stalking and harassment because you are a woman, you are a girl. That is why. So this will lead to an emotional distress. What you can say, it will imbalance. It will make an imbalance in your, or you can create attention. You will create a stress, and you can concentrate on what you are doing, on your job or what you are the family matters or anything. So that is also comes under what you can say cyber threats. Then already I mentioned identity theft scenarios, a fake account. You are using your photo, your name, or your what you can say your address, and creating a fake profile. So the female victims, such kind of identity theft, face specific issues such as unauthorized use of personal information, such just as I mentioned. And then fraudulent activity. Somebody is using your phone number. If it is there in the social media, somebody is using your phone number, and somewhere they are sharing it. Contact me in this number for this purpose. So you will get call at the midnight, at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. You don't know that where they have got your number. So somebody has taken your personal information from somewhere. Somewhere means the digital media. If the social media you are using, that the or any other website or any other site you are using, and you have uploaded your personal information. So these are general specific cyber threats. Everybody is under threat, but especially when we are talking about women, there is much vulnerability towards this women. So how to aware about the cyber crimes taking place, how to get awareness on the what you can say cyber security or cyber protection acts or the legal rights regarding using digital media and all. So this thing, limited access to resources. Why we are not aware of the legal what you can say rights existing about the digital or cyber attacks. We are not having some girls or some women are not having what you can say they did not encounter such challenges though, so they are not aware of what are the legal security what they can aware. So they can have awareness on these things. So they can encounter challenges in accessing information or challenges in getting training about it, or nobody is there to guide them to mentorship related to cyber security. So there are so many ways of this thing to get aware about the cyber security, and some education initiatives also we can take, so that the education programs they make students, they make girl students or the female students to get aware of these things, to encourage them to pursue more in cybersecurity, to know more about the cybersecurity guidelines, to more about the cybersecurity careers, and how to address the existing knowledge gap. So we can conduct awareness and education programs for the women to more about the digital security and the digital, what you can say, the identity and privacy issues. So, what are the best practices for protecting digital identity and privacy? Many of us are aware that how to protect ourselves in the online media, but so many of them not aware that why these are taking place with me, why these what you can say fake email is created for me in my name or the in my social media account. So you have to use a strong password practices. That is the main thing. That is the what you can say the basic thing we can do. What we usually what we do, we make our password with our phone number or what you can say with our name or with our what you can say date of birth. What are the simple ways to make a password that we will do? Because it is easy to remember, right? If it is easy to remember for you, then that is easy to hack for the hacker also. So you can ask your friend or you can ask your what you can say family members, what is your password? It is not in the what you can say getting the password or looking into their account, but it just to know. Then somebody will say it is 12345, very simple password. Somebody will say that is with my name and last with my what you can say date of birth. And one is the password is my name with the last digits of my mobile number. This is the common password we will see. You can also ask your friends and relatives also. So using a strong password practice is will make you protect in this digital world. Okay, so that is why the banking transaction always asking for the password which contains a capital letter or the a character or the what you can say simple and the number. So if the all these are mixed together, it is very what you can say 101% very complicated to get a password from your side. So creating a complex password is very necessary if you want to secure yourself from the digital world, hackers, or the attacks or the cyber threats. Okay, and then you will get nowadays we are getting the what you can say um, double-layered protection. We have a password and then we will get an OTP. If we try to log in into one account, then you will get an OTP and you have to enter that OTP to really get into the account or to do any transaction, to do into a social media message or this thing. So this is a password manager. You have heard of that thing, right? So that is also one word to protect your identity. If password is known to the hackers or this thing, then how they will what you can say take your data, take your personal information. Okay, then regular password updates. If you are noticed, banking people will ask after every 2 months or after every 3 months they are asking for a new password. You have to change the password for the banking transaction. So that is a regular password updates. In the social media also you can use these things using a create complex password or using a password manager or using a regular password updates. You can create a secure what you can say environment for your social media also. And if you don't want to share your information with the strangers, then make your profile such a kind of things that only your friend list will people will see that. There are so many options in social media. So, already you know I don't have to what you can say explain what you can do, what you can do there. So save social media usage. So that is what I mentioned, privacy settings configuration. So adjusting this privacy settings on social media platform, which will control who can see your information, who can see your post, and how can protect you from the strangers or the other people. Then second most thing is that avoid oversharing. Everything is in the social media, and where we are what you are going to do in the at 4 o'clock, what you are going to do in at 6 o'clock, and when we are going out, when we are going in. If everything is in social media, it is a chance for the what can say a theft to occur in in the physical infrastructure or at the home or the hostel, wherever you are living. So being mindful of the personal information you are sharing online. Why you want to share everything into social media? So which include location. That is, you are seeing that yeah, I'm drinking tea from this cafe. Maybe it is half an hour from your home, and you are living alone. If you are not there, somebody will go there and will get this thing. So sharing the location, sharing the contact details, sharing the daily routes, everything will take you to the risk of exploitation of stalking. So avoid oversharing. So this is when we are using social media, this is a safe practice. Using a privacy settings configuration, then avoiding oversharing. Then we have to recognize what are the attacks, what are the attempts that are to open it. So try to avoid it. If it is a spam email, definitely not. If you know the person, but you don't want to, you have a doubt that something will be there in the attachment of the link, you definitely don't have to open it. Okay, then there is a response strategy. If you know that, yeah, this is a spam, this is a this thing, this is a what you can say fake profile or this thing, you can immediately report. That is option everywhere in the social media, everywhere in the digital platform. If there is a fraudster come across your way, if you identify it is a fake or a fraud thing, you can report immediately. Okay, so what are the resources and tools available? There are many. How can protect our computer or our mobile or our this digital tool from this attacks? One thing is that generally we download or install an antivirus program. So that is definitely there. We have to do that in every system. Or if we are using a laptop or what you can say desktop computer or the mobile, there must be an antivirus programs in your system. And there must be an encryption tools also in WhatsApp. If everybody is using WhatsApp, so you know that if we are sending a message to somebody, if it is written like that, this message is encrypted, only you and the sender or the receiver can read those messages. So encryption tools also you can use for protecting yourself in the online or digital media. And then education websites are there. We can make use of those websites to get about the detailed description of this. So cyber safety training also there. Community support groups also is there. So there are so many ways to get support of this, what you can say, cyber security. So when we are making aware of this area, cyber crimes are there and cyber security things are there, and we have to make sure protect in this cyber space. This is in English, and in Hindi also this is available. And there is about the financial frauds. What are the financial fraud, and what are the job fraud, what are the matrimonial fraud, and how the safe use of social media platform, and then what are the cyber crime awareness. There is a booklet on this. So if I don't know, you can, I'm able to say this. Are you able to say this one?
Yes.
Yeah, you can.
Psychology, Athi, Kerala in collaboration with UNICEF. Dr. Suma's achievement includes paper
Nice words, dear Marin. Respected moderator, Bendik sir, dignitaries and delegates, a warm good afternoon to one and all. On this occasion of Women's Day celebrations, I wish all the women here a nice day and a nice year ahead. And I thank Mount Carmel College for giving me an opportunity to interact with you on this special occasion. For the next 20 minutes, we are going to talk about the role of women in the sustainable development. These two words, women and sustainable development, are quite familiar to us. As we all know, sustainable development is meeting the requirements of today, that is meeting our day-to-day requirements, without hindering the next.
Excuse me,
Yes.
miss.
Yes,
Can
am I
you on your
audible?
video? Yeah, you're audible. Can you on your video also?
Oh, it's already on. You can't see it.
Okay.
Is it okay now?
Okay, ma'am, you can. Okay, ma'am, continue.
Okay, I don't know what is happening. Anyway, I have put it on, ma'am. Just a minute.
Ma'am, please continue. That's right. Yes.
Is it okay now?
Yes, ma'am, you're very audible, but
Is the video on
we
now?
can't see. No, ma'am, no,
I
it
don't
is
know
not.
what is
But you're very
happening.
much clear, ma'am.
Okay, anyway, I'll continue. Is it okay?
Yes, yes, please. Yes, please.
Oh, so that means sustainable development is that we are going to meet the requirements of today with our critical role in ensuring sustainable development in this era. Because we all know that we are living in a world of consumerism. And as Mahatma Gandhi says, the world has enough resources for everyone's need, but for no one's greed. But we know that due to this increased consumerism, our day-to-day demands are running out of shortage for the resources. So it is quite relevant to think what to do to ensure this sustainable. In 2015, UN has implemented a program known as Global Goals, a 2030 agenda for attaining the sustainable development. In this agenda, they have put forward 17 goals that should be met by each and every citizen in this world so as to ensure sustainable development by 2030. Here, I think that there is not enough time to discuss about these 17 goals. It includes goals like end of the poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, clean water, like such goals, basic goals are there. The industrial goals are there. I just being the teachers, most of the participants here are teachers. So I just want to focus on 3 goals which they have mentioned. One is the quality education. And to individual ask themselves. Then only they can store something, or then only they can save something for the coming generation. So in these global goals by UN, the teachers, the most important responsibility of the teachers and the teacher trainees is that we must try our best to ensure this equal and equitable quality education to each and every student, who are coming in front of us. This will be the most powerful weapon for ensuring sustainable development in the coming generation. Another important aspect or another important global goal that is mentioning there, which I want to mention here, is responsible consumption and production. Dear friends, just think each and every day. Now we know that the market after the globalization, liberalization policies, the market of international companies as well as national companies have opened their outlets in each and every cities in the Kerala. And within the outreach of 10 or 20 kilometers, each and every item is being available for us. And just think about our consumer culture. Are we buying only the requirements that are needed for us? We are just going behind something, buying what all things we just wish to have. This consumer culture itself destroys the economic stability, which in turn leads to poverty and hunger itself. So the coming generation, the teachers, especially the student teachers who are sitting in front of me, must make the next generation aware about a good consumer culture. We just have to purchase the things that we are needed for us, not our greedy things. This consumer culture will develop, if this consumer culture is developed, there will be a good distribution of the all the resources so that each and everyone have what they are really needed. It will help us to have the economic stability. It will help us to have a good mental set, and it will help us to have a sustainable development. So being teachers and future teachers, I just want to mention about these 2 UN global goals that we are meant for the 230 Agenda for Sustainable Development. The first thing is that I just want all of us to have ensure that the coming generation or the generation who are coming in front of us are getting a quality education and a good consumption education. So for what they have to buy, what they have to use, so that they will be able to meet the needs of the next generation. And when we are talking about sustainable development, it is essential to discuss about the nature, because we know that management, conservation and utilization of natural resources is very important. And the protection of environment is also very important aspect for ensuring the sustainable development. How can we ensure these 2 things? The protection of environment starts from the home itself. We know that the plastic waste and the other waste materials that coming out of the household itself is making so many damages to this environment. Nowadays, we know that our government have initiated so many quality initiatives to ensure that no plastic is being thrown anywhere, no waste is being thrown anywhere, so that this environment is protected and so that this environment is very healthy as well. But how many of us are really aware about this? And how many of us are practicing this in our daily life? After having a chocolate, make sure that I'm disposing the cover of that chocolate in a proper place. Or in the household, so many plastic waste are coming in our day-to-day life. We are making so many plastic waste. In the setup of Kerala, we know that the Haritha Sena is there in all urban and rural areas there to collect this plastic waste. Just use them, after use, just keep them, and a proper management of it should be done, so that ensure that it is not being thrown anywhere in our campus as well as in our household and in our premises. It is not only for an accredited plastics, and this is very important for this nature, because if one person determines, if a teacher determines to do this, or we know that we can at least change 40 students. And if it is a school teacher, that teacher can change at least 40 to 100 students in a year. If this 40 to another 100 students, it will be going like a geometric progression. And each year we will be able to make thousands of people aware about the importance of sustainable development and the importance of this environmental protection. Another important thing is that what leads to sustainability is that the self-sufficiency. Most of the participants in this seminar, as maybe it is because of the Women's Day, I know that few participants are not female as well. But the first and foremost thing is that once we have to attain these things, what we have to have this sustainability or whatever it is, the first and foremost thing is that we must have a self-sufficiency. We must stand in our own feet. For that, we must have the right opinion. We must have the role in making decisions, at least of ourselves. So as women, practice to take your own decision. Then only we can contribute to the global goals such as end of poverty or contribute something to the world. First and foremost, that thing is that we must be independent. And we must do things to be self-sufficient. Each and every women day is reminding us the need for being can contribute to this world. Another one is that empowering human resource or human power, that is very important. Technology is there. Already Sumi ma'am have been mentioning about the technology, the safe use of technology and all these sorts of things. When we are talking about any of these things, whether it is sustainable development or wherever it is anything, whatever it is, the human resource is the human person is utilizing this. So it is very important that we must have to empower all the individuals who are coming in our way, how to use them wisely, how to take decisions, what should be our decision regarding the sustainable development or the use of these resources. We know that in the universal level, one Kari Matai, like Green Belt movements are there, Chipko movements are there. When we are coming to Kerala, we can see local movements which have been initiated by ladies for the protection of this environment and the protection of the rights. So the first thing is that for all these things, what we have to do, we must have our freedom, we must have our self-sufficiency, and we must have the decision-making power. So, my dear girls, be educated, get good education, read more articles, get awareness about what is happening in this world. Before concluding, I just want to, when I am talking about this human resource, in all these days, we are seeing from the daily newspaper, from the channels and everywhere that about the drug abuse that has been going on in the society, destroying all this human power. What we're talking about sustainable development is keeping our resources without hindering the needs of the next generation. Make sure key of the sustainable development. What all things, whenever I take a decision or whenever do something. So, my dear girls, on this Women's Day, I wish you all the very best. And I just want to remind you that using all our human capacities, using all the capacities that God gifted us as the women, we have so many things. Our sweetness is there, our gentleness, supportiveness, our warmth, modesty, tenderheartedness, everything is there. Being emotional and being at one time being emotional itself, we can be helpful as well. So take wise decisions in your life, give good education to the people coming in front of us, and lead a happy life for the next, keeping all the resources for the next generation. So let me wind up thanking one and all who have given me an opportunity to talk on this topic, and wish you all the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sumi ma'am, for the immensely relevant and insightful words. Now, I welcome Dr. Janada Kumari ma'am on the topic. I welcome you, ma'am.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Janada Kumari madam will join at the end. Now we'll go for the complimentary talk, and at the final concluding remarks, she will join.
All right, sir. Understood. So we will proceed with the complimentary talks by our esteemed guests. I invite Professor Dr. Johnson, Chairman of CTEF Tamil Nadu, for the talk. I welcome you, sir.
Very good afternoon to all present here. At the outset, I am very much happy to join you in this online platform. I wish all the persons, those who join this online platform, a happy Women's Day, because this is a day to mark over as a respect. The CTEF Southern Zone has taken much initiative in organizing this national colloquium on women and agents of transformation, because women are the embodiment of knowledge, they are the embodiment of trust, they are the embodiment of truth. In that sense, the CTEF South Zone is very much happy under the able leadership of Dr. K.Y. Benedict sir of South Zone. And under his leadership, the South Zone is taking over much steps over for enhancing and enriching the peoples over in different zones, especially in teacher education, at large the overall society in turn. This National Colloquium on Women, the Agents of Transformation, is being conducted in collaboration with Mount Carmel College of Teacher Education for Women, Kottayam. I came to know that Mount Carmel College of Teacher Education for Women is doing a great service for empowerment of women, and this is the first teacher education institute which has been started. Therefore, in that connection, we are very much happy to collaborate. The CTEF South Zone is very much indeed happy to collaborate with you, with members of Mount Carmel College of Teacher Education. Next, I would like to thank Professor K.Y. Benedict sir, who has delivered the keynote address, and the CTEF South Zone President over. And then I would like to thank over Professor V.S. Sumi madam, who was from Maulana Azad National Urdu University. She has taken a session on cyber security awareness among women. And we know that how much the cyber security awareness need to be there how the students, because younger generation, whoever it might be of age group, whether it is men or women, immaterial, this cybersecurity awareness is essential, not only for women but also for men. Therefore, the youth population is being carried away by the usage of social media. They spoil their reputation with not having or possessing the adequate knowledge over of using the social media, so that they get trampled over and they lose their dignity also in that case. Therefore, it is quite inevitable that Professor V.S. Sumi Madam has rightly pointed out how the cybersecurity awareness is essential in the present domain, and how one should have a prerequisite knowledge and take away in the walks of the life and usage of the media in a proper venture of when they are what they are moving upon. The second session is handled by Dr. Sumi M. Scaria from Carmel Rani Training College, Kollam. She spoke on women and sustainable development. When we speak on sustainable development, it is wherever, whatever organization, national, international organization, they speak on sustainable development. That to women and sustainable development is the very order of the day, I should say. And she has also rightly pointed out how this sustainable development and women, they have an embryonic relationship, and how they are having a like a two sides of a coin, how they are intact for a better future and for a better nation to develop. And I also thank over Dr. M. Lakshmi Narayanan sir, who is a CTEF chairman from Karnataka, and Dr. Lakshmi, who is going to join us for the complimentary talk from Shayappa College, and Janada Madam, who is General Secretary of CTEF Tamil Nadu, and all the delegates also join in this online platform. We welcome you and we thank you for sparing your time over in respecting the women and lifting the women and also treating them on par with men. And thank you once again, and I thank the Dr. K.O. Bandek sir for giving me this opportunity. Have a nice day. Wish you all once again a happy Women's Day. Bye.
Thank you, sir, for your words. Now I welcome Professor Dr. M.R. Lakshmi Narayana, President of CTEF Karnataka, to give the talk. Welcome, ma'am.
Dr. Lakshmi Narayana, sir, are you there? I'm not seeing him online. Shall we move to Dr. Lakshmi?
Yes, of course, sir. So now I invite Dr. N.U. Lakshmi, Associate Professor at Sri Ayappa College for Women, Tamil Nadu, to give us the talk. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, you are, ma'am. You are.
It's indeed an honor and pride to talk about women empowerment in connection with International Women's Day celebrations. Let me at the outset extend my sincere gratitude to CTEF members and members of the organizing committee, Mount Carmel Training College, and my beloved teacher, Dr. K.Y. Bandit sir, for giving me an opportunity to talk about a topic, women empowerment, a topic that holds power enough to transform the world, and it has been transforming the world. History has documented that women have climbed mountains, led nations, built civilizations, and shaped the societies. And therefore, people will think, what's the need of talking about women empowerment when women are already empowered? But it's not the case with our sisters and our daughters living in the rural areas even today. Even today, they are tortured and ill-treated by a kind of patriarchal society. We cannot say that empowerment has reached its zenith or its full circle when they are fettered in the chains. Their voice is to be heard. Their choices are to be represented. And their decisions are to be respected. Our success lies in this. We can say that we are totally empowered only if their rights come to them without being fighting for it. If we take a look at history, we have to term it as her story. I often feel they have fought battles to win their rights, right to pay, right to respect, right to representation. All these battles happened at a time when it was totally unimaginable. But now we have reached a state at which they are able to break these chains, come out to the world, and make the world know about their preferences, choice, and opinion. We know that countries that invest in women's education are the most empowered nations with higher economic independence. As teachers, what we can do is we shall help our students dream, make them feel that they are really confident, they are really capable, they have the potential, creativity as much as the other sex. Let's help them move forward. Let us make them feel that their voice is a necessity for our growth of our nation. We need their leadership. We must make them feel that they are in fact the architects of the nation. Only if we reach such a stage, we can at least claim that we are moving towards empowerment. We know that empowerment is not just a privilege. After all, what is privilege? Privilege is enjoyed by people who do not know that they are enjoying this privilege. Same is the case with most of us. Some of us may be empowered, but empowerment doesn't stop there. It is not to be limited in words. It has to be put into action. If you are empowered, make sure that your sister, your daughter, your girl student is empowered. Let's turn history to her story. We have a kind of myth which says that all are equal. All are equal, but some are more equal. We have to agree to this, at least to some extent. We have to make sure that the rights reach women because she deserves it. There are some parents who say that we educate our girls, we educate our daughters as much as we educate our sons. It's not a generosity from the part of the parent. It is a right which your daughter deserves. Make sure that they are given representation in every field. Women empowerment talks about it. Women should be given representation in every field, whether it is social or political or economic or whatever. And her choice has to be given a platform to be represented. This is what we talk about women's vision and visibility. We know that we have a long list of women leaders who have influenced and inspired us. Our own honorable president is an example. We have several other leaders, including former Prime Minister Srimati Indira Gandhi, or Kamala Harris, or Marie Curie. Their success was not the result of their power alone. The power didn't come to them all of a sudden, or it was not the work of an overnight. It was the result of their strong determination, their courage, their boldness that brought them to the limelight. We know the future is not female, it's equality. And equality can happen, or it is possible only when all the women are empowered. Let's continue our efforts to break the barriers and create a brave new world where all women are empowered. We have listened to two sessions, one by Dr. Sumi, Professor Sumi, and another one by Dr. Sumi. Both of them have talked about women empowerment. The first session addressed technology and its impact on women, the benefits as well as the protection we have to take being women. And also, in the second talk, ma'am has elaborated on sustainable development and also human resources. We should take insights and move towards a world where everyone is empowered. With this, I conclude my words. Before that, I extend my sincere gratitude to each and everyone behind the scene. I record a special token of gratitude to Dr. K.Y. Bendick sir for giving me an opportunity to share these thoughts. Also, I extend a bouquet of gratitude to the moderator, Dr. R. Janada Kumari, for being with us. Thank you all. I wish you all a very happy International Women's Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Lakshmi ma'am, for your words. We will now have the panel discussion moderated by Dr. Janata Kumari ma'am, where our esteemed panelists will engage in a dynamic conversation about the role of women in transforming the society. This will be an interactive session where we encourage all participants to engage with the ideas presented. I welcome the panelists. Let's start.
Thank you very much, all the panelists and the collaborating speakers for sharing your thoughts. On behalf of Dr. Janata Kumari, who is attending a prestigious award ceremony at her college, organized by the Kanyakumari District and the Chief Justice Superintendent of Police Kanyakumari for winning the Best NSS Unit Award for their college, being organized at the auditorium, so that she left that particular meeting so that she may join. But on behalf of her, with her permission, I invite all the delegates to have a few moments of interaction with our panelists, Professor Dr. Sumi and Dr. Sumi Skaria. Welcome with your comments and queries, please. We want to hear from our student participants.
Yeah, definitely there will be questions because we are in a digital kind of technological era, so everybody is using technology also. So you might be having so many doubts and clarification or any suggestions on this digital safety practices and on security. So please, my dear girls, please share your thoughts on this digital security and identity.
Professor Sumi, can you share your this Swayam and MOOC course designing experience, especially in cyber security, please?
Yes, sir. Yeah, definitely, yes. Yeah. This actually it is not in cyber security. Yeah, this is not the MOOC course available. I don't know is there any MOOC course, but there is a specific site in the Government of India. That is, I have shared the link also, so everybody can go and check on the website. That is on cybercrime.gov.in, sir. So many awareness toolkits are available there. So we can make use of the what are the mobile hacking, mobile frauds, or the whatever I say, matrimonial frauds, job frauds. Many of us are getting some kind of notification that this job is available and this much salary is expecting. Only you have to do register and pay a minimal amount of fees. So what the girls will do, only if it is 250 rupees or 500 rupees, there is no such kind of big loss. So what they will do, they will register. And what the hackers, what the fraudsters will do, that they take the personal information you have shared the, and then they will also get the money. If 100 people registered through that website, how much money they are getting? So we are losing only 500 or 250 rupees, but they are getting huge amount of money. So that kind of fraud is very normal nowadays. So we have to be aware. So there are so many toolkits, as I already mentioned. If we are having an awareness programs like such a kind of seminar or conference, we can make use of this resources from the Government of India website, sir.
Actually, when we discuss about the civics part of our social science curriculum in school classes,
yeah,
there are components regarding the good habits, like that of the road safety instructions and some other kind of.
Yes.
I think that similarly there must be a kind of civic sense that must be created with respect to the cyber security.
Yeah,
even
definitely, sir. Definitely, it must be included in curriculum also. So I have already showed you the what we can say, digital hygiene, like that kind of toolkit is also available there. I will show you once. That is very what we can say, very beneficial for our students also. See, like cyber hygiene for cyberspace. This is a kind of what you can say, material we can use for the students in our school and colleges also. So cyber hygiene for cyberspace. This covers all the awareness programs, all the fraudsters. Everything is under this in this toolkit. Cyber hygiene. Well, we use the term hygiene for nutrition or health related this thing, right? So if we are in the digital world, the term is used is cyber hygiene. What are the etiquettes we have to follow? What are the what you can say, from where we have to take a space, we have to have a space from which sites and which tools or what we are using in the digital media. So I will open up and show you also this thing, do's and don'ts of cyber hygiene. 1 minute. Cyber hygiene. 1 minute. Yeah, cyber crime. Yeah, you can see this, right? Cyber hygiene.
Actually, it is not visible, ma'am. So that thank you very much for.
Okay.
Let's go through it. Sumis Karia, madam.
Yes, sir, I am here.
Okay.
Hello, sir, am I audible?
But you can contribute further after the complimentary talks.
Hello. Sir, what I want to say is what I want to convey through all these things is that first and foremost thing, and our students and teachers especially should be empowered and should be aware about these things. Because if you are not aware about these things, it is a reality that, as the Malayalam poem says, this world will not be suitable for the next generation to sustain. That means in Malayalam we know that ini varunnoru thalamurayku ivada vasam yogyamo. That question is very important. It is really hard to live in this world if you are not aware about, or if you are not cautious about protecting this nature and keeping these resources for the next generation. So it is important that we have to learn from all these calamities and all these sorts of things, even from the drought or even from the flood. All these things we have to learn the importance of the nature, because in the sustainable development, the first and foremost and the most important part is protect the nature. And another thing is that keep the resources for the next generation by limiting our needs. Just be satisfied or be happy with our basic needs and limit our needs so that we can contribute something for our next generation. That's all I want to add, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Johnson. Yes, Dr. Johnson, sir. Anyone else remaining can raise a question, one or two questions before coming to the conclusion. Dr. Lakshmi, anything to add?
Yes, may I ask a question?
Yes, please.
Hello? Yes. So regarding cyber security and its awareness, most of the people who are victims, they're basically very much not at all tech savvy. So how is it possible to reach those people? Like maybe it could be a housewife or a senior citizen who's not even able to use the phone properly. Instead of should be like, is the government doing some workshops like house to house awareness programs? Do you think isn't that necessary, because they don't even know where to press the button to go to which website? These are pretty much new information. So how can we spread awareness to the community? I'm just wondering.
Answer to Neetu ma'am. Actually, we expect that we conduct awareness. Yeah, fine.
Shall I add a point?
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
We know that most of the women who after retirement, we feel that they are changed within the 4 years. Till retirement, they will be leading a very busy life. They will, as ma'am has already told, we are multitask. We do whatever is required for our family, for our children, and then we go to our workplace and we prove to be very efficient people in the workplace. But once we are retired, or what we normally see here in Kerala and Tamil Nadu, till retirement they are leading a very busy life, and after retirement, when somebody asks them, now what are you doing, ma'am? She will normally reply, now I am taking care of my grandchildren. I don't have time to go out because their parents go out and I have to take care of them. This is the situation we see today. So how can we help them out? They cannot be changed after they had led a very quality life or efficient life. I think the request should be to the men community here and to our girls and our children that opportunity should be given to them. They shouldn't be fettered or they shouldn't be chained at a time when they should enjoy their life. Isn't it, ma'am? Don't you feel so?
Yeah, definitely.
Dr. Liz, ma'am, shall we go to the fifth part of the segment?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible, ma'am.
Okay, if there is no further discussion, I think we can wind up the session.
Is it all right if I ask one more question?
No, I think Mrs. Sarah might try.
It is accelerated women empowerment. It's not only women empowerment.
This word women empowerment, we are hearing from 1917, but still we are floating on that word women empowerment. It is accelerated women empowerment. Women empowerment should be accelerated. We are talking now in terms of digital and all this security, that is all out from my screen because I am a retired person. I just want to say that the hands that rock the cradle rules the world. The great quotation says that. Who does that? The women. The hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. We women are highly empowered, whether others are accepting it or not. One main thing is women have natural multidisciplinary talent. That we all, just now also you spoke about that, multidisciplinary talent. But I want to add to that, natural multidisciplinary talent. No one else has that. Then what other work, what other abilities we have? Leading a teamwork, then emphatic forgiveness, highly motivational qualities, strong communication, diverse perspectives, intelligence, many qualities are embedded in women. So women, unless she is empowered, no state or no nation will come up. A civilized state is the one where women are empowered. A home where women are respected, are highly empowered. Everywhere, when women are respected, that place is empowered. And also, please add the word accelerated women empowerment. We are hearing for years this, going on having many such colloquiums, such talks. But, and also now very nicely you all brought out many points and also associated with sustainable development goals. The fourth sustainable development goal is mainly in all the places that where, again I'm repeating, the hands that rocks the cradle rules the world. Many examples also from your talks we heard. We all know many women examples. I don't want to give any talk on that, but keep it in mind. Be proud that we women are great. Accelerated women empowerment, we are keeping in mind, and the society and the nation, everywhere accelerated women empowerment is needed. I just want to wish you all the best. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Shall we wind up, sir?
Please wind up
Thank you
the
so much
session.
for this. Yes, ma'am. So before we conclude, please take a moment to fill out the online feedback form. The link will be provided in the chat box. Now I invite Dr. Nidhu Nina Varghese, Assistant Professor, Emma Department, Mount Carmel College of Teacher Education, to deliver the vote of thanks. Her words will encapsulate the essence of today's event and express our gratitude to all participants.
To what we as women can accomplish. It is my privilege to propose the vote of thanks at the conclusion of Agents of Transformation. First and foremost, I express my deep appreciation to our esteemed chairman of CTEF South Zone, Professor Dr. K.Y. Bendick Sir, for his invaluable guidance for championing this cause. Your presence and words of wisdom have inspired us all to continue striving for change and inclusivity. Thank you, sir. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our respected principal, Professor Dr. Suma Joseph, for giving consent to organize this colloquium. I extend a heartfelt thanks, ma'am, even in your absence. I take this opportunity to thank Dr. Liz Kuriakos, Associate Professor and in charge of today's program, for her unwavering support and encouragement in organizing this important event. Your leadership and vision have been instrumental in fostering a platform that highlights the role of women as transformative agents in society. Thank you, ma'am. A sincere thanks to our Women's Cell Coordinator, Sister Rosie Lima PW, whose dedication and commitment have played a pivotal role in bringing this colloquium to life. Your efforts in empowering women and advocating for gender equality are truly commendable. Thank you, sister. Special thanks to our moderator of today's session, Dr. R. Jenta Kumari ma'am. Ma'am initially was with us, but due to certain official aspects, ma'am couldn't join the moderating section and Bendick sir took over it. But in spite of her absence also, I take this opportunity to thank Dr. R. Jenta Kumari for her presence in the initial phase. Heartfelt thanks to our distinguished panelist, Professor V.S. Sumi, ma'am, and Dr. Sumiam Skaria for the thought-provoking discussions and insightful perspectives on the respective topics: cybersecurity, awareness among women, protecting digital identity and privacy, and women and sustainable development, key drivers to progress. Your knowledge and experience have enriched our understanding of women's empowerment and transformation. Thank you, Professor V.S. Sumi, ma'am, and Dr. Sumiam Skaria. Special thanks to Professor Dr. Johnson, Chairman, CTEF Tamil Nadu, and Dr. N.U. Lakshmi, Associate Professor, Sri Ayyappa College for Women, Tamil Nadu, for your thought-provoking words. A heartfelt appreciation to all our participants and attendees for your enthusiastic engagement, thought-provoking questions, and active involvement. Your presence and curiosity have made this colloquium a dynamic and meaningful exchange of ideas. Finally, I extend my thanks to the organizing team, volunteers, and technical support staff, Ms. Kartika, who worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make this event a grand success. As we conclude, let us take the inspiration gained today and translate it into action, empowering, uplifting, and supporting women in every sphere of life. Once again, thank you all for your time and contribution. Wishing you all a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
We have today participants from the southernmost tip of the country to the north, Jammu and Kashmir, and from the length and breadth of our country too. Thank you for that nationwide participation, for all the research scholars group and research guides group and teacher educators group. They have supported our endeavor. So in the one announcement, another event that we are planning in the next month, that is in relationship with the April Fool's Day. That is, April Fool's Day is a kind of a joking event in our day-to-day life, but we want to convert into an educational rethinking process like that. In connection with the April 1st, we are thinking to organize a particular session on humor in classrooms and narration and storytelling as medium of agents for the infotainment component of education, that we are planning to have a similar collaboration with one of the leading teacher education colleges in India. Thank you. Thank you very much for the Mount Carmel College of Teacher Education for
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Mount Carmel.
Thank you. Thank you.
So shall we just conclude our program with the national anthem? जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जाहे तव शुभ आशीष माहे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे. As we conclude this event, let us remember one more word from Michelle Obama. When girls are educated, their countries become stronger and more prosperous. Today, we have taken a step closer to a brighter future, and we look forward to continuing this journey together. Thank you all for being a part of this meaningful celebration. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.